Hello everyone, welcome to Talk Wrestling here on NoDQ.com. Thank you all for watching this week, as you do every week. Back to Happy Jeff this week, so we'll just get right into it. This is from Buckeye Dog 13 on Twitter. Do you think Daniel Bryan should come back as a manager after a short family time adjustment break? No, I don't. I think the role of wrestling manager is somewhat played out, and people have been saying that for years. And jump on the bandwagon, Jeff. No, that's not what I'm doing. Paul Heyman is a unique personality. He is an advocate, and he's good at what he does. Paul is arguably the greatest advocate, manager, whatever you want to call him, in the history of this business. Okay? He's just simply that good. But there will never be another like him, and to relegate Bryan to trying something like that is an insult to his career and his legacy as arguably the greatest technical wrestler to come across the WWE ring. Now, having said that, I do feel there is a place for Bryan in the WWE family. I mentioned this on the Fastlane predictions with Aaron. He should be a trainer at Full Sail at NXT. He would be the perfect guy to be down there with Matt Bloom, William Regal, Robbie Brookside, Sarah Del Rey. All these people that are so knowledgeable. Can you imagine the total accumulation of Bryan's knowledge of 16 years in the business and all that time before that as a fan being poured into the wrestlers of tomorrow? Oh, dear Christ. Would that not be the greatest thing in the history of the world? Holy crap. I would love every part of that. That would be awesome if Bryan was a trainer. As a manager on WWE television, no. Don't agree with that at all. This is from, let's see, at Lou_E_ on Twitter. How far do you think RVD's title run in 2006 could have lasted if he never got suspended? Also, would he have had another title run? Well, we had Rob on Talk Wrestling after his departure to WWE in 2007. He came out in 2008, and we talked about the drug bust and the suspension and everything, and he argued at that point that the greatest thing ever happened greatest thing could have happened because it raised awareness of marijuana laws and things like that in this country and around this world. But had he not got caught, would he have been champion longer? Probably. Would he have had another title run had he not been busted? Probably not. But you know what? That's hard for me to break down as a friend, because I feel Rob should have been world champion a lot longer, and had he not gotten in trouble, he probably would have been world champion a lot longer, especially ECW world champion. WWE championship, that was the John Cena Edge show. That whole year was the John Cena Edge feud for the title. Rob was thrown in there to get the title away from John and to give him the rub so he could become ECW champion too. So I think the WWE championship run would have been short-lived anyway, but not as short as whatever it was, 3 weeks. At Joe Allen on Twitter, what do you think WWE should do next to AJ Styles? Should he be in the IC title picture? Aaron mentioned this on the Fastlane predictions. I honestly would like to see him and Jericho. I mentioned this on the Fastlane predictions too. I like to see Jericho and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. And then from there, AJ go into a feud with a Kevin Owens or a Sami Zayn or some of the other, NXT darlings. How about AJ Styles and Samoa Joe on the main stage? Hello. Would it not be freaking awesome? I think so. But as far as the IC title picture, if Aaron's prediction holds true, he'll be in a 7 or 8, whatever it is, man ladder match in your Intercontinental Championship like he did last year at WrestleMania with Daniel Bryan. And I would like it to happen because the risk of getting hurt is tremendous. Ask Bryan. But I think that if they were to do that, then he should win the championship relatively soon and elevate the title more. Ricky Lawson on Twitter. With Austin Aries and AJ Styles signed with WWE, who is the next big indie star that you think will sign with WWE? God, there's so many out there now. You know, I can see personally, he's not an indie star, he's with TNA, but I'd like to see Eli Drake another chance. He was in WWE developmental, he was in NXT developmental briefly, he never actually made it to the roster, Sean Ricker, but I think he should get another shot. And be given. I mean, he's on the Triple H workout DVD, so he was in the system. We saw him. I've seen him anyway. Tried the DVD once. Don't recommend it for families. Crazy. But I think he should get another shot. Eli Drake. I think that he is an unsung talent in this business. He caught Percy Pringle's eye a long time ago. He was Percy's last client before he passed 3 years ago, and he's great. And he should be King of the Mountain champion by the time I tape this, or by the time this airs. And he's not, probably. But he should be, and he should be WWE Superstar too. Devin Sharon, sorry about that, Devin, on Twitter. Do you think Hulk Hogan will be at WrestleMania? I hope so, but I have my doubts. I do. I hope so. I think the initial shock value of the story break has passed. And I think that WWE, Vince McMahon's need for marquee name talent at what could be the highest attended WrestleMania in history needs Hulk Hogan. They've got The Rock. They've got Triple H as the champion. They've got AJ Styles on the roster. They've got, some of these guys that have been building the last few years. They don't have yet to announce Steve Austin there. But in Texas, he should be there. Just saying. They need Hulkster. And that's kind of Hulkamaniacs. I might be biased. But I think WrestleMania 32, with 105,000 people trying to get in that place, needs a Hulk Hogan. This is from Huck Doberman on Twitter. What's your opinion on the commentator's desk on Raw? I think it needs a serious makeover. I didn't mention this on my rant the other day. I meant to, but I didn't. This three-man commentary business is just fucking ludicrous. It's been ludicrous from the moment they started doing it in 1997 with JR and Vince and the 90, whatever it was, 96 or whatever it was, maybe 95, with Vince and Lawler and JR, or Vince and Perfect and JR, or Vince and somebody, or JR and somebody. Play-by-play, color commentary. That's it. One straight man, one guy that's going to play the angle. It's not that hard. They don't need to be characters necessarily. Joey Styles is never really a character in ECW, and he called many a pay-per-view by himself, and he was fantastic. But if I'm on Raw, I want Michael Cole, and I want JBL. They're the flagship guys. That's who I want. If I'm on SmackDown, I want... How do you say that guy's name on SmackDown? Mauro Arulo? Ronaldo. I want him on play-by-play because he's actually not that bad. I gave him a lot of shit on Twitter, but he's actually not that bad. And I want the King on commentary. What about Byron Saxton, Jeff? Stick his ass back in NXT. He was good in NXT. He was tolerable in NXT as a commentator. Have him be the play-by-play guy and have Corey be the Corey Graves be the color commentator. What about Tom Phillips? Fuck Tom Phillips. Not my problem. I don't like him anyway. 2-guy commentary teams. Period. NXT does it. WWE should do it too. Alright, let's see here. We got EX3Zam. Wow, that's a weird one. On Twitter. Who do you see being on top of WWE in a year from now? I'm going to piss Vince off, I'm sure. AJ Styles. He's got the big build. He just got here. He's already had a strong showing in the Rumble. He's beaten Chris Jericho on TV. He's beaten a great third-generation talent, Curtis Axel, on TV. Granted, Curtis Axel's a fucking jobber, essentially, but he still beat him. He's had a great run with Jericho. He's having a good feud with The Miz. I think he's destined to go really far in a short amount of time. So I say by February of next year, AJ will be the top guy, if not one of the top guys. That's just what I see happening. Big Matt K35504 on Twitter kind of touches on what I talked about on my big rant show. Given the staleness of the WWE product, is there anything that can be done to shake this product up? Shorten the hours of Raw, eliminate or improve SmackDown by advancing storylines, shake the commentary teams up, you know, leave NXT the way it is, leave it an hour, give them a 2-hour showcase, which you've done, which is awesome. Less pay-per-views. I know they make money on pay-per-views, but you know what? They're not making a whole lot because they're advertising on the network. Let the pay-per-views be a build for every quarter. Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Let those 4 stand alone and let the program build from Rumble to Mania, from Mania to SummerSlam, from SummerSlam to Survivor Series, from Survivor Series to Royal Rumble. Let this shit build. I hate that there are 12 or 13 pay-per-views every year. Aaron has a thing on his YouTube channel, the B Pay-Per-View Review. The fact that one of my favorite minds in the business is calling those shows B pay-per-views when a lot of them actually have marquee matches on them is very telling. I'm not blowing smoke up his ass because he's paying the bills. I'm speaking the truth here. They are B pay-per-views. They're not necessary. They have been necessary since '95. They're throwaways for the most part. Let the quarterly builds happen like NXT does, and you'll have more success. We will see you guys next time.